Nobody wins when the family feels.
Niggas average.
Knife in my face, pistol at your temple. Slaughter gang.
You know it. Lotto, you taking that oath. You know what you signed up for. Savage gang. All my bros.
Allison, Notorious Allison. In my hood, though, this where I started it. This where I got them, made my name at. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out here family. Lotto Savage, man, done slaughter trapping made, man. Lotto Savage, I'm the, you know, like the average, every person from Atlanta, from the hood.
The local
I'm the bandit, man. I'm the nigga that's running around kicking in doors back then, robbing folks, in the prison. You know what I'm saying? Live the rough life, basically. You know what I'm saying? From the streets, we from the hood. I'm from Zone 4 too, Campbellton Road. So you know, we just. Lotto Savage is a street nigga who done turned a vision into a reality. That's who Lotto Savage is.
Oh, I'm not finna keep telling y'all. I did not know who that was before I posted it. Secondly, this is my motherfucking page.
You know, the thing with life is this. Even though sometimes we get mature, we want to move on in life, sometimes our past don't. It's going to catch up with us. I was looking over the indictment of Big U, preparing to bring you guys part 2. Some more information we didn't cover. But as I was doing so, I got an alert that an Atlanta, Georgia-based rapper had lost his life in gruesome fashion, broad daylight, in a local neighborhood that's familiar with him and also his associates. One of those being a big-name rapper based out of Atlanta in 21 Savage, who also, after the news, went to Instagram to share his respect and his memories with his audience. But you know, this 2025, and the summer hasn't even started yet. But the first good day just happened. Now, people wasted no time on trying to claim this. One was allegedly a well-known rapper, Ola Runt. I won't necessarily say claim this situation, but he made a post. And that post that's floating around on social media, it got 3 words. Lotto for Lotto. He's not talking about the Georgia lottery. A rapper named Lotto Savage had lost his life, who we'll later discuss within the last 24 hours of me making this video. But the person who made that post, he has an alleged member who he grew up with, a part of his clique, who lost his life, who we'll later discuss, who also went by Lotto. And allegedly, the people who was associated with the guy who lost his life within the last 24 hours was held responsible. Today we go over this story. We pay our respects to both victims. We talk about their careers and we see where we stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I won't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right to it. Family Lotto Savage from Zone 4 in Atlanta, Georgia. A couple years ago, he grew a relationship with the Atlanta rapper 21 Savage. And eventually, he made his first song with 21 Savage inside his apartment. The song was titled Dirty K, released 9 years ago with over 12 million views on the video alone.
Great the bowl like grits.
Now before we continue, a fun fact on Lotto Savage's name. He got the Savage from 21 Savage, and he got the Lotto from Savage Lotto, another Atlanta-based rapper named Lotto Loaded. He ended up signing to a record deal for $5,000 to Base Loaded Records, and we'll later hear why he made that decision in a clip from an interview. Now as mentioned, he was from the West, but he was affiliated with 21 Savage, PDE, and 4L. And of course, to give you guys a rundown on 4L history. Now 4L is affiliated with Slaughter Gang, which is allegedly a clique of Billy Badass and Sex Money Murder, 9 Trey Bloods that formed in Glenwood Road / 2100 block that runs from East Atlanta, Zone 6 all the way to Decatur. They also got members from the West Side, and that's where you get Lotto Savage. One of their main hoods, allegedly, is G Block, Austin Oaks Apartments. But the younger generation Slaughter Gang members, Young Brew 4L, runs G Block and the eastern section of Glenwood, which is also the neighborhood where Lotto Savage had lost his life less than 24 hours ago. Now before we go over those details, it makes you say, hey, well, who 4L beefing with that makes them be a target of a drive-by shooting in the middle of the day, broad daylight? Well, one of their main oppositions are the henchmen / 5L. And that's not me guessing, that's according to public record. We talked about this a number of times, and we might have to do a full video on it to bring you guys the up-to-date events. But the reason I mentioned this alleged gang is because after the death of Lotto Savage, a young rapper from the henchmen / 5L named Ola Runt once signed to Gucci Mane. Well, he made that post, Lotto for Lotto, allegedly, was posted on his account and shared on social media. And allegedly, the reason he decided to do that stems from a situation dating back since 2022, when he allegedly got into it with the well-respected OG from his neighborhood called Big Bank. And apparently, all this stemmed from Ola Runt being in his feelings, which led to Big Bank exposing his dad in the process. So Ola Runt decided to drop a diss called MobbFather, shot in his neighborhood, dissing Big Bank.
Jump your little and make the Godfather go call the cops. Well, nigga, he got a Big Bank, tell him to it.
Now after that video, Big Bank had enough, and he went live, and he exposed Ola Runt and his dad, and why he think the real reason Ola Runt got a problem, exposing his dad for wearing his clothes, and even being jealous and having envy Big Bank's success.
Bitch ass nigga got on my clothes. Y'all see him again? Look at that little pussy ass nigga. Nigga a pussy, man. Your daddy got my pants. I forgot the nigga got my pants, the shirt, and my shoe. Look at it, same pants, but I had on the head wrap.
Now Big Bank ignored him, but it later turned out that Ola Runt just wanted his attention. Big Bank is a role model, especially for his neighborhood, and he wanted to co-sign from him, and when he didn't, he felt like F it. Ola Runt got arrested for Operation Phoenix. He ended up coming home, but during his time incarcerated, his little brother Lil Cam lost his life at a metro station by a 16-year-old robber named Lil Pump. Also, recently, Ola Runt once right-hand man got caught messing with dudes, even having 4L member, allegedly Baby Drill, make a music video targeting the 5L member Left Eye, titled Scared of the with over 2 million views and counting.
He rather lay up with a trans. Fuck, I look like beef with a booty band. The fuck?
And as you can see, 5L was taking blow after blow. There was no responding to that diss. But some say the henchman / 5L biggest loss, Lord Robert Young Lotto 5L henchman. He was allegedly their main shooter. He died in 2022 at just the age of 25. This was a man who was arrested for robbing Bobby Brown. He was just 18 years old at the time. It was a Wednesday. Atlanta police say the crime occurred in a parking lot adjacent to the Hot Beach recording studio at 1200 Spring Street, just north of 14th Street. The high-profile singer, who attended North Atlanta High School, was approached shortly after 8:30 p.m. by 2 black males wearing gray hoodie sweatshirts and armed with a gun, before demanding the keys to Bobby Brown's red 2013 Bentley, in which they did. But then on March 25th, 2022, Lord Robert Young Lotto 5L henchman would lose his life after being ambushed by a masked gunman at a local Texaco. Investigators said police were called out to the Texaco gas and convenience store on Clifton Street, just off Memorial Drive, shortly before 11 p.m. for a shooting incident. Witnesses told them a man entered the store wearing a mask and gloves. They said he walked to a customer inside the store and shot him before running away. No arrest was never made.
New from overnight, police say a person followed a man inside a Southeast Atlanta gas station and shot him. We now know the victim was 25 years old. Investigators say the shooter was targeting that victim that was inside that Texaco gas station on Clifton Street, just off Memorial Drive. Now, we showed you the scene live with breaking news on WSB tonight at 11. Police say the suspect had a plan.
We do have an individual that entered the store. It appears that he was wearing a mask as well as latex gloves. He was carrying 2 weapons at the time in which he expelled a barrage of gunfire upon the individual inside.
Police told us they are still working on leads and looking at surveillance video from that gas station.
So at this point, I'm sure we all have a clear understanding on who Ola Runt is, the Atlanta-based rapper, and who is the Lotto he was referring to in his post, and why he would make a post less than 24 hours after another rapper from the alleged opposing opposition side had lost his life, who also go by the name Lotto Savage. Now, as mentioned, Lotto Savage has millions of views on YouTube, with features like YF and Lucci and even Lil Yachty.
Finesse. Now I'm trying to make it plays on the jet. I got 3 try, how they going? My money.
During his career, he dropped 3 mixtapes. And unfortunately, he had a substance abuse problem that he confessed to just 6 months ago in an interview with the Progress Report. It was about an hour long. I want to show you guys 2 minutes. But he talked about how opportunities he had to let slip by because he was under the influence and not knowing no better.
So how much did you sign for when you signed with them, and what went wrong?
$5,000.
Okay, you signed to them for $5K.
$5,000.
Okay.
That's real. And you know what? I was signed to Epic in, 60 days, 90 days at the most?
Yeah.
Epic, $250,000 for Trap It Out. Me not knowing though, I know what I'm saying?
So you ain't see that?
No, I only got $30,000 out of that money. Cause I ain't have no lawyer.
Trapped it out.
I ain't know nothing about the music game. I didn't know, you feel me? I was getting signed for a single deal. I ain't know that. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff I ain't know because I ain't get the full contract on what I was doing. So like I said, sometimes you have to go through stuff to realize what you doing and where you want to go with it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that was a learning experience for me. You know what I'm saying? To know what I know right now. You feel me?
Nah, that's real. The other song, man, that y'all had, that Whoa song, that's still my shit.
Yeah, Whoa, see, I ain't get no money out that neither.
Really?
No money out them songs. Like, when it comes to the spins and all that, only money I got was like show money. And then the little 30,000 that they gave me.
Yeah.
That was it. You feel me? So.
What did the show money look like for you at the peak?
I was getting like, what, about 3,500 a show?
Okay. Hell yeah.
You feel me? I was getting like 3,500 a show.
Hell yeah.
And I was booked up for like 2 years.
I know.
So, you know what I'm saying? It was money, but it wasn't the money that I feel like I probably got.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like everybody get burnt in the music business.
Yeah.
You have to though, kinda.
It cool
make
though.
you appreciate shit. So it's kind of like it's like a rites of
cool.
passage,
It's
like
more definitely cool.
type shit.
It's more definitely cool.
So with just money management, like how did you do in terms of like just with that money that you was making? Did you?
Man, I was blowing it.
Okay.
I ain't even gonna lie.
I respect
I was
that.
blowing it. Man, I went to the concert, Travis Scott, Rihanna tour, right? They came here. I'm gonna tell you what I did. Go there, 60,000 on me now. I'm going to the concert like this. I'm finna perform. 60,000 on me. Going there, lean. I'm on the lean. I'm on the drugs bad. You feel me? I'm on the drugs bad because I'm thinking like this how you supposed to live. You feel me? When you doing the rap.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You go with your cup of lean and you try. I'm really trying to fit in
Type shit.
in this industry with these people listening to, you know what I'm saying, thinking this how stuff go, but it don't. But I go to the concert, perform, you feel me, do all this right. I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to shout out Travis Scott.
Hell yeah.
He was the first person that really was like, you know what I'm saying, put the Trap It Out song out there.
Wow.
People don't know that Travis Scott was going around playing this for me, bro, because he heard it at a show, and then he started putting it on his show. Like, he was going on concert, so he was playing it like, when he go on their break, you know how they go on whatever breaks, and they play a little song, and then they come back out for the set.
Hell yeah.
He was doing that for me. Then, boom, he put me on the tour with him and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? When they come to Atlanta, let me go on. I go there. So I'm gonna tell you, I go with all this. Going there, doing all that, get what? Do my little performance. Get what I do after it.
I'm scared.
I dip to go back to the hood, to kick it, to be around everybody, you know what I'm saying? Trying to live in that light, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done missed out on the whole opportunity, man. This man wanted me to stay there with him, and we were gonna go where we were gonna go.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it was gonna be that.
Type shit.
Yeah, but guess what? It went into something else. You know what I'm saying? I went to this way, with that way. That just my opportunity that I messed up with somebody, a relationship that I could have built. You feel what I'm saying? With a person, but I didn't take the time to because I ain't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you have to be aware of what you're doing when you in the industry, and knowing when people give you opportunities and bring you in on something they got going in, they messing with you. So you have to show that same, reciprocate that same energy back to those people. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
My energy wasn't like that. My energy was like, oh, I'm finna go over there. You can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a type of person that gon', you know, just be aware of who you're around.
Shout out to the Progress Report. That interview was over an hour long. You guys should go over there and check out the entirety. But just 6 months after that interview, Lotto Savage was gunned down. The DeKalb County Police Department was investigating a deadly shooting March 19th, 2025, Wednesday, at around 6 p.m. at the Glen Hollow Apartments. As of now, that was the only information police provided to authorities. Now, some girl who lived at the complex had posted Lotto Savage land on the curb. We're not going to play for the respect of his family, but we will play what she had to say when people had gave her backlash for posting that. Check it out.
One thing about it, two things for sure. I'm not finna keep telling y'all. I did not know who that was before I posted it. Secondly, this is my motherfucking...
Now, as we wrap this video up, to both Lottos, may they both rest in peace and love and condolences to their families. Now, the police haven't released the motive. It's only been reported that allegedly it was a drive-by, but that hasn't been confirmed. But a rapper comes out and linked himself with that. Even if he not responsible, you playing police games. But that's where we at in 2025. Fam, let me know how you guys feel about this one. This was the story of an Atlanta rapper who was gunned down where he was most comfortable at. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.